Hey guys, Zach here with multipartstore.com. This is going to be one in a series of video overviews that's going to cover all of the different multi-tools that we carry parts for in our store at multipartstore.com. The purpose of these videos is just going to be to familiarize you with the different tools that are available, the different parts for those tools, and how those tools come from the factory for reassembly purposes and that sort of thing. This is not going to be a super comprehensive video, but it is going to be a broad overview so you can familiarize yourself with the tools before you purchase them. This video is on the SOG PowerAccess Deluxe multi-tool. This is, again, just going to be a brief overview. It does come with a large Velcro, I think MOLLE compatible pouch. It also includes, it's our first tool that we've covered today with accessories. It includes a bit kit, which is going to be 2 of these bit holder bars. We're going to have on the end I believe that's magnetic. Let's find out. It is magnetic. Magnetic bit driver that converts from quarter-inch square, which the PowerAccess has. And then you can put any of these bits into it. They're all black oxide. You've got Phillips 1, 2, and 3, small, medium, and large flat. Selection of 4 Torx bits. See if any of these are a T9. I need a T9. No, that's a 10, and this is an 8. I'm guessing it's a 6, 8, 10, and 15. Yep, 6, 8, 10. And the last one is a 20. When we come to, then there's 2 small hex bits, which looks like a 1.5 and a 2. So if you need those bits, there you go. Obviously, you can load this up with your own bits. That collapses together and slips into this enormous outer pocket. We'll set that aside and get into the tool. So this is, again, the SOG PowerAccess Deluxe. This is going to apply to some of the information here is going to apply to all the PowerAccess line. We got 4.5 inches long, 1.5 inches wide, and about let's say 3/4 thick. It's a little bit thicker. It's a big tool. On the outside, these are stone washed too. They're not quite as shiny as some of the other stuff. Kind of nice. In order to identify these handles, I think what we're going to do, so this is the 1, 2, and 3-inch handle. That's marked. You can probably barely see that on camera, but along this bottom corners, 1, 2, and 3. And this one's going to be the 4, 5, and 6. Or, I'm sorry, 6, 7, and 8. 4 and 5 would be in the middle somewhere. The 1, 2, and 3 is going to be on the saw side. Or, I'm sorry, that's the blade side. That's going to have the blade and the serrated blade. The 5, 6, 7, 8 is going to be on the saw and file side. So that's how we're going to identify that on the website. When we open it up, you're going to have the nice thin needle nose pliers. Very, very small tip, I like. You're going to have bypass cutters along with the hardwire notch. It's going to say SOG on it. What else? On the handles. Now, when you get these handles, I think in this case, they are going to be, it's going to be a pair because they're riveted here. So these are not, as far as I'm aware, coming out. Yeah, those are rivets. So you will get both. You won't have to pick which side of the handle you get if you order these. Let's see, looking at that, you're going to have, little degree markings there. These are supposedly supposed to be able to be used as a compass. You've also got, you've got some grippers down here so you can really get on something. No crimper as far as unless that's supposed to be a crimper, maybe it is. And then you've also got the bit driver on the front. So if I took a bit, I could put that in there. Okay, so let's get into the interior tools. On the 1 inch side, the 1, 2, 3 inch side, from near to far, We've got the serrated edge knife blade, full serrated, a small flat screwdriver, the bottle opener, and kind of medium, it's still pretty small, flat screwdriver, the 3-dimensional Phillips, and finally, not finally, a can opener with apparently another small flat screwdriver, and finally the straight plain edge blade. Let's see if I can unlock this. Yes. Okay. From the end. Ooh, interesting. I think you can see better than I can. I believe from left to right, it's 2 spacers, 1 spacer, 1 spacer, 2 spacers, 2 spacers, 1 spacer. Is there any on the very outside? There's likely a spacer there as well. Yeah, I see it. So it's 1. I don't know if I can point to this any better than this, but we've got 1, 2, 2. No. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. One's on the end. I think that's the spacer count. And that's from left to right. And again, from left to right, we've got serrated, small flat, bottle opener, screw, Phillips, can opener, plain edge. So that should help if you're trying to put this back together. On the other side, and again, I said these are interior tools. They are accessible from the outside. On the 6, 7, 8 inch side, we're going to have a saw is the first one. Then you're going to have a large flat screwdriver. Then you're going to have this fun bit, which is it's a 1/4 inch socket driver. And this one, whoa, what's going on there? Something's happening here. Okay, now it's locked in place. Strange. Oh, what the hell? Okay, this wasn't going to be a review, but my God, did you guys see that? This will be an easy fix, luckily. That's just well, I think it'll be an easy fix. I'm going to do it off camera, but the spring over rotated, or the lock over rotated and then popped out. So I was going to say that the 1/4 inch socket driver does lock in place at 90 degrees if the lock's attached. Then you're going to have the awl, which has a sewing eye. And finally, the file, which has a single cut, double cut on the outside, and then kind of a metal saw down the edge. From the end, I do not see a spacer on the far left. I truly don't. I believe it goes serrated blade or saw, 2 spacers, then flat, 1 spacer, 1/4 inch driver, square driver, then 1 spacer, then the awl, then 2 spacers, then the file, then 2 spacers. I don't think those spacers serve any function other than just spacing it out. And on that tool, on the adjacent to the saw, the first tool in here, the saw, is the little lanyard ring. I can't believe that broke. Yeah, we sell these tools. I don't necessarily recommend you buy SOG tools. My God, that's pathetic. Other than that, we'll check, because I got to repair this. I'm getting distracted. But interesting thing about SOG is they run off of hex bits. Don't they? I think they do. They look like hex bits. Oh, come on. Oh, it might be. Yeah, that one's close. I'm going to try. I've got hex and metric here. I know that didn't make any sense. Yeah, that's going to be Yeah, okay. So that one is, let's see. I think this one's not marked. 2? Is it a 2 millimeter? Yeah, it's a 2 millimeter. That's a 2 millimeter bit, top and bottom. Yep. Yeah. So that is what you need to dismantle the SOG PowerAccess Deluxe. For what it's worth, these cutouts here are the springs for the locking mechanism. They wiggle back and forth. Okay. If you need more information, we're going to have pivot sizes, tool needs, as well as tool thicknesses on our website at multipartstore.com very, very soon. If you have any questions in the meantime or any questions ever, give me a shout. My email is zach@multipartstore.com. That's ZACH at multipartstore.com. Thanks for watching. This is a quick addendum to the SOG Power Lock and SOG PowerAccess videos. I did check, and unlike the Gerber lines, the SOG lines are going to have different locking geometry. And while the pivot sizes appear to be the same, I don't know if I did that on camera. Here's that locking geometry again. You can see that they are quite different. And while the pivot sizes appear to be the same, it's actually going to be a little bit bigger on the SOG PowerAccess. The Power Lock is going to be a little bit smaller pivot size. So they are not going to be directly interchangeable. Of course, if you want to modify and grind your own geometry, that may be possible. I can't speak to that as I've not attempted to quite yet, but hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight into how these systems operate.